All right, hey everybody. So welcome to another after every fuck this movie, 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 fuck this movie. Movie topic video. All right, so for today's topic video, I want to talk about the leaks. I want to talk about the leaks that have been popping up for after everything. And before I get into the leaks that actually really pissed me off and make me reach my boiling point with this damn thing, I want to talk about the leak that I think that a lot of people are going to be going nuts over. The leak that I think a lot of people are actually going to really enjoy. The leak that we have been begging for since last year. That we have all been excited to see. Hessa as parents. Yes, we get a little brief moment of Hessa as parents, where they already have a kid and Tessa is pregnant. All right. So anyway, the setup is that Hardin proposes to Tessa. The screen cuts to black. It comes up again. Us is playing over the soundtrack. Yes, they decided to play Us over the soundtrack. Thank you, Castile. Thank you, Castile, for that. I'm thanking Castile, even though she did not direct After Everything, because this would have been on After Ever Happy, so this would have been her decision. So, Castile, thank you for giving us Us. Thank you for listening to the fans who were begging for Us to be making an appearance. In the final scene, in some way, shape, or form, so thank you for that. So Hardin comes into the house, we see the one kid, Tessa is pregnant, they kiss, Hardin, touches her stomach, fade to black, credits. There's no dialogue, there's really no dialogue between Hardin and the kid, there's no dialogue between Hessa, and there's no quote. There's no quote from Hardin. There's no wrap-up quote, which kind of adds to my theory that something's weird. Because it's like, how do you miss the biggest quote of the book? Like, how do you miss like that final quote? Like, how do you not include that? And that's why I've always had the theory that this is not the last film that we're going to get. That this is not the ending, that this is not the last film that we're going to get. And I kind of had the theory, even though this flies in the face of everything that we know about Voltage, this flies in the face of, something that, that I talked to somebody about, who pretty much, threw a lot of cold water on this. I had the theory that we're going to get a Tessa movie. That this was all about Hardin, and now we're going to get a Tessa movie sometime, I think next year or even the year after, depending on the strikes and everything, that we're going to get like a Tessa movie, and it'll be called like After We Made It or something like that. Because there is no quote. There's no dealing with the infertility, so it just goes, proposal, and then Tessa, pregnant with a kid already, in the house. They do not deal with the infertility, which jumps into a leak that really does piss me off. There is no infertility in this. They do not deal with the infertility. They do not bring up the infertility, which that's very angering, given the fact that this is a majority, female fan base, and this is something that women, unfortunately, have gone through. And, how the fuck do you not include this? Like, this is actually a very, important plot point. Like, this is a very, emotional plot point. Like, it's not just, the sunshine, happy rainbows, ending that we get in After Everything, because that is not what Anna Todd wrote. She wrote that, hey, there are struggles. There are people out there who go through these struggles. It's not just all sunshine and rainbows. You don't just, try to have kids and then, you just get pregnant, you have the kids. Like, everything is just sunshine and rainbows, which is how After Everything plays it, which completely flies in the face of what Anna Todd wanted to do. And that really does piss me off. And I think a lot of this is going to piss me off, and a lot of this is going to piss off a lot of you. Because I think that this just goes, more toward the fact that the female characters in this movie are treated like less than garbage. Like, how they write the female characters in this movie is horrendous. Because let's talk about Natalie for a second. I could talk about, the dream sequence where Hardin, dreams, he's fucking a stewardess. I can talk about our flight attendant, I should say. I could talk about that, but I want to talk about Natalie because I think that that is one of the worser aspects of this film, because we go from, Natalie, pregnant, engaged, living her best life, Hardin's completely in her rear view. She's moved on, she's happy, she's great, to what we get in After Everything, which is she's, I'm guessing, single. Not pregnant. Hardin stalks her to Portugal, and she tries to kiss Hardin. So you fucking sons of bitches, really tell me a man wrote this damn film and directed this film without telling me a man wrote it and directed? Are you fucking kidding me? So not only do you have a assaulter, a sexual bullier, stalking his victim to a different country, not only do you have that plot point, which is already offensive on its own, but now you have the victim putting the moves on the assaulter. Really? And before anybody says like, oh, well, all victims are not the same, and, like some victims, do kind of like latch onto their abusers and all that, I promise you, I read that, that answer to when I pretty much told them to go screw themselves on their official Twitter account. I promise you that you just put more effort into this and you just put more thought into this than they did. I promise you that that is not why they did this. I promise you they were not thinking about real life victims and how they react when they were actually writing this. When they were filming it, I promise you they were not thinking about that. I promise you that you just put more effort into it than they did. And before anybody says, like, how dare you think that you can speak for victims, I am not going to say what has happened in my personal life, but believe me, I can speak. I can speak, okay? And I can say, me too, okay? So that's why this whole plot point really pisses me off. And that's why this whole plot point really pisses me off. And that's why I could literally feel my eye twitching and the anger and the boiling and the just just the red that came over me when I read the leak that Natalie tries to kiss Hardin. He denies her, but that's just... Why would y'all think that that was okay? How do we go from Natalie, pregnant, engaged, living her best life, just randomly running into each other on the streets of London, Hardin completely in her rear view, to Hardin stalks her to Portugal, and she tries to kiss her assaulter? There is a lot of things that I think a lot of people can say, and I think a lot of people will say how the female characters are treated in this film, how they are written, how they are depicted in this film. Because if that was not enough, if it's not enough to see, Tessa reduced to a side character, to just, the pure flashbacks, to not dealing with her trauma, not dealing with a miscarriage, not dealing with her fertility issues, how Natalie is treated. If that was not enough, if those two are not enough, let's talk about the flight attendant. Because this leak really got to me. I don't know why this leak really got to me. Well, actually, again, it's just like how the female characters are being treated in this film. And again, it's like, tell me a man wrote and directed this without telling me. The leak says, it's not like the flight attendant, does like the fuck me eyes at Hardin and then like he fantasizes about fucking her. Like, no. Apparently, she does not even give him the green light. Apparently, like that's not even like, apparently, she does not even like look at him, does not even like eye him or anything. He just fantasizes about fucking her. So again, another female character being reduced to a sex object. another female character, being reduced to nothing but a sex object. Why? What is the purpose? What is the purpose of showing him fucking a flight attendant? What is the purpose of Natalie kissing him? We know that he only thinks about Tessa. We know that. I don't think you do, but we know that. We know that he only has eyes for Tessa. You don't need to do all this to show how much he loves Tessa. You don't need to do all of this, because the real Hardin, the book Hardin, would never fantasize about fucking a flight attendant. The real Natalie, the book Natalie, would never, ever kiss Hardin. And we also get a flashback to, the Hardin and Natalie sex scenes. So yes, there are 3 sex scenes in this film. We get Hessa, at the wedding. We get, a flashback to young Natalie and Hardin. And we get the flight attendant sex scene. There are 2 sex scenes that have no reason to be in this damn film. And again, these female characters are being reduced to essentially to redemption of the main character. Redemption of the male character. Like that's all that this is. That's all that they're there for, is just to redeem the male character. He goes to Portugal to redeem himself. He doesn't go to, actually make amends with Natalie. He goes there to make himself feel better. He dreams about fucking a random flight attendant who does not even look at him, who does not even flirt with him. She doesn't even flirt with him. And he dreams about having sex with... Why? What is with you guys? Who thought this through? Who thought that this film was a good idea? I want to know who lied to you. Because somebody lied to you. Because there are a lot of rumors that you did go to certain fans. And let me tell you something, Jonathan Dechter, Brian Pitt, Jennifer Gibgot, Adam fucking Shankman. They lied to you. These fans lied to you. They lied to you. The fandom does not want this. The fandom did not ask for this. The fandom has been telling you, for the vast majority of the fandom has been telling you for the better part of a year, that we do not want this. And we have been bullied, abused, gaslighted, doxxed every step of the way, and we knew that this was coming. We knew every single leak has come out. We knew that this was coming, that the vast majority of this is going to be the Natalie, Portugal stuff. We knew that that Natalie was going to be handled completely the wrong way. I don't think any of us could have pictured that, that he was going to fuck a flight attendant, or actually dream about fucking a flight attendant, because that is not book Hardin. That is not book Hardin. Book Hardin would never, once he was with Tessa, stop it. You did not understand these characters at all. That's what makes this worse. You never understood these characters. You never understood these characters. You never cared about these characters. You never cared about Anna. You never cared about Joe. You never cared about the fandom. All you cared about was making money. That is all you cared about. That is all you cared about. All you cared about was making money. You let your greed take over. Because you have now assassinated the character of Hardin. You have assassinated the character of Natalie. You have turned the women of this film into sex objects. Into mouthpieces in a way to redeem your male character. And it's really sad to see this happen to a film with a majority female fan base. It's really disturbing to see this shit happen to a franchise that has a majority female fan base. And that is a regressive way of looking at this. Because you know what? I know how your little pea brains actually worked. All you saw was a female fan base, so you thought that all they would care about is seeing a shirtless hero and, fucking multiple women. That is all that you thought. That is all that you thought. That because you have a majority female fan base, that all they would care about is hero, shirtless, and, fucking a whole bunch of women. And having like a whole bunch of sex scenes. That is what you thought. You never even imagined, even for a second, that this fan base would actually give a shit about Jo. Would actually give a shit about Josephine Langford. And to actually see her treated with respect. And treated with kindness and care and compassion and respect. And to actually see Tessa be treated as a full, well-rounded character. To actually see, to actually have the focus also be on her trauma as well. To be on her healing. To actually, bring in, the infertility stuff. And bring in the miscarriage stuff. You completely underestimated this fan base. And you had a very regressive view of women. That is what I'm seeing throughout this entire year. Every time that I think about this piece of garbage film, all I can see is a whole bunch of men in a boardroom thinking that they know what women like and regressing them down to the baser instincts of all we want to see is a hot shirtless guy, partying it up and having sex with a bunch of women. That is all that that we think that women care about. What the absolute fucking fuck is wrong with you? Why? Why did this film happen? It wasn't for the fans, because the fans, we've been saying for the better part of a year, fuck you. We have been saying for the better part of a year, fuck you. So jump down to the comment section below. Let me know what you think about all this. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. As always, remember, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's go through all the stuff you'll be able to find on this channel right now. So I'll be bringing you guys constant updates on After Everything, all the After spinoffs. It Ends With Us, Hush Hush, The Mister, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Once we start getting more and more information about Hush Hush and The Mister, I will be adding those to the list of films I will be talking about here on the channel. Once we are over with the strikes, I will be continuing to bring you guys updates on It Ends With Us. And as we get closer and closer to the release date of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I will be bringing you guys more and more videos based around that. Because I was terminated for so long, there's still some stuff from After We Collided that I do have to catch up on, including topic videos, and those are coming sooner rather than later. As always, remember, this channel would not be able to go to the heights it has without you guys, and so for that, I'm eternally grateful. I know there are plenty of fans out there, old and new, who have no idea, absolutely no idea that this channel exists, or that it's even back from termination in the first place. So please keep sharing the channel. Please keep spreading the word of Charles's Movie Channel, because this will easily be one of the best, not the best, book-to-movie adaptation channels you'll find right here on YouTube, or dare I say anywhere. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. My name is Charles. Welcome to the Book-to-Movie Adaptation channel. I'll see you later. After fans, Joe fans, Hero fans, It Ends With Us fans, Blake Lively fans, Justin Baldoni fans, Hush Hush fans, The Mister fans, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes fans, Book-to-Movie fans. Take care, y'all.